Made your whole year in a week too, yeah. Main bitch out of your league too, side bitch out of your league too. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table, go from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby, man. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. I switch on my car, I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, yeah. Every day a nigga try to end me, yeah. Pull up in a roadster SV, yeah. Pockets full of weekend hefty, yeah. Coming for the king, that's a war cry, yeah. I come alive in the fall time, the competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue moon song, I'm a new edition. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks a table, come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. I switch on my core, I kill any pain.
What up, banditos? We are live. What's going on? Happy spring break weekend till end of the weekend. I was out of town, so thank you for your patience. So I was out, but hopefully you got a glimpse of that video I dropped you on all, what was it, eight powerful builds for the most iconic exotics that you guys helped me make here in the live stream. So I appreciate all of you. And I'm back to attack and got some projects in the works here for the Division 2. So I want to get started. And so one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to recreate a guide for all the new all the new and returning players. And there's been a lot. So it's time for a refresh. I think the last one I created was like around December of 2023, which was when we were getting a big influx of players. And so it's still really relevant. But then the devs in year 6, season 1, made some changes around the expansion. And then with this last drop, they made some changes again around the expansion, which affects how we'd advise our new players. So what I'm talking about specifically is the benefits you get from owning Warlords of New York and the year 1 pass. Because maybe last season, if we were talking about, hey, new players, should you buy the Warlords of New York pass, for example, extension, we might say, no, you don't need to unless you're really into the story. And then, they'd end up not buying it, but then having to buy it later when they realize they're going to have stash space issues, and that extra 50 stash space is worth it. Plus you get the story, and maybe you still skip it. Maybe you don't, but we just want that to be part, all these latest rounds of changes to be part of the guide. And I want this guide to be fresh as we go into the DLC. So this is how I think things are going to unfold. So I think that we're going to see some news in April. I think it's the 23rd. We're supposed to be getting a dev live stream. And I predict that news is going to be our, at least a trailer. I think it's going to be at least a trailer of the DLC. The only way it's a launch date is if we're right up against it, because that's just how they always work, right? They never tell you the launch date until they're right up against it. I mean, look what happened to Assassin's Creed, right? No, they had to give us a launch date, but they had a launch date, and then they extended it, and then they extended it, and then it gets all ugly and messy, and people's hopes and dreams get broken. So whatever. But if they do give us a launch date, I expect that launch date would be in October, so that they can roll into they can close the year strong and open up the next year strong. Anyways, I'll be doing a whole breakdown video on this whole Tencent subsidiary with Ubisoft as well, so look forward to that this coming week. A lot to break down. I've been doing a lot of digging and a lot of investigative research over the weekend when I was out of town, to kind of get some stats and how this usually pans out, because it might all look like good news, right? And it is. It's good news. Ubisoft's butt is saved. Tencent is now a partner in this new enterprise that has nothing to do with the Division 2, but it has to do with the top 3. So the main Ubisoft owns the Division IP, but is it going to really be the main Ubisoft anymore? You know, questions to ask. Anyways, we'll go into that stuff later. But anyways, all this ties together. So new and returning player guide is what we're doing today, and I'm going to start us from scratch. So this character, I had gotten to, where we at, 32. So from 0 to 32. And we didn't go over to the Warlords. We didn't go over to New York. We were going to finish her all the way through here. And we stopped because the workbenches were all glitched. There was a glitch in the workbench. And I don't remember what I couldn't do, but it was stopping me from progressing because I think there was going to be a potential shortcut depending on how that glitch worked out. But just to start things fresh, what we're going to do is we're going to log out. So what I did is I cleared out my inventory. So this all this is random shit I just crafted as basically junk placeholders. And we don't have a watch, as you can see, but the modifiers are active on these characters. Interesting. I didn't expect that. I don't know why. Should I have expected that? I mean, I assume you got to complete the campaign to have that, right? Level 30, but we'll see. What up, Classic? Hey, appreciate you, man.
Ha! That's my boy!
Thanks for subbing, bro. Let's get that skull Goldilocks or platinum. So let's log out. What up, Caster Troy? Good to see you back. Our friendly friend from Face Off. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna delete agents. Cool. Running missions tonight? I guess so. I don't know. We'll see how far we go. What I'll be doing is creating an outline for the upcoming video as I'm streaming here. So if you feel like there's an important piece of data, you OGs out there, that you feel like I maybe overlooked or needs a correction or something like that, please drop your comments and I'll make a note of it or whatnot. So what up, Head of Gold? All right, so here we are, new player, new agent. Who dis? Oops. So we can jump straight over to New York or the main campaign, but for this case, we're gonna make the assumption that somebody wants to experience the campaign. This is not gonna be a mule character. Yeah, I was trying to craft level 31. I think you're right. I think it was about mules, wasn't it, back then? Yeah, I think that was right. Okay, we're gonna go female. Let's randomize this character. No matter how random they look. Oh, she looks kind of hot. All right, cool. We'll take her. Yeah, you guys agree? All right. I'm not gonna go really through any of this, so because I don't use these characters enough. Except our, doesn't our cosmetics all transfer even at this level? Or do we have to go back to New York? Let's see the real quick. If you guys haven't done this exercise in a while, it's pretty fun. You know, just starting the game from scratch and experience a campaign. Pretty fun. I enjoy it. Oh yeah, we got everything. All right. So let's make her. All right, we might as well look cool while we're doing all this shit. Maybe we'll give her a mask. Yeah. Let's make her samurai. We get outfits? Oh, yeah. Is that too macho? We can give her Kelso's outfit. That'd be kind of cool, right? This is kind of cool for an outfit first. A girl sniper. Can't tell she's a girl anymore. That's Keener's, the original Keener, and then that's Kelso's. Keener, Kelso. We'll go Kelso so we can enjoy our mask. And then cool. All right. As far as gear that it's given us, it's all pretty random, right? It's like a basic kit. Yeah, I think it's the same every time. Yeah, because this is just no-name gear. But as far as weapons, I think it's always a shotgun. Isn't it always a shotgun? And always a military P416? I know the Warlords of New York kit, the level 30 kit's always the same. But we'll see. Really? You got smoked for that? Sorry, that's what happens when you... Oh, fucking stuck already? That was fast. I'm here. Look at the event just kicked in. The SHD event. Did you see that? I mean, I got this pulse signal. Or was that just maybe an update? What was that? Maybe it's just a new presentation. It did that whole thing. De La Cruz, you always go down here, bro. Never gonna learn. Okay, so I'm just gonna skip the cinematics. Skip the cinematic. Yeah, it'd be cool to be able to go back to that spot. Isn't that one of the maps for PvP? Yeah, Tone, I think it's a good time to get into the game. Bugs that are pretty low at the moment. The cost is probably pretty cheap. I can't imagine it's over $20. And we got the expansion coming, and you would want to build up for that. And that's going to take some time, you know, because you don't want to rush the game. Actually, it's a pretty good game. You know, and you don't want to like skip the story and stuff, because I think it plays into even the end game a lot, especially when they add new content. And to get the most out of the DLC, you're gonna want to know what's up with the story. The campaign's really good in this game. There's gear here along the way. I don't really pick it up. This is what's good about the beginning of the game. There aren't bullet sponges.
I've got eyes on a division agent heading north toward the White House. Looks like they've cut down a group of hyenas and are headed this way.
And some of the talents that we don't like in endgame have relevance in the early game.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love.
Damn, it's a lot of hyenas. Let's hit some explosives. Good old P416, huh? They want you to love this game early. This gun early. So that you can go get yourself an Eagle Bear eventually. Yeah, I think, who was that asked that question? Tone. Yeah, I think the game is gonna, it's also a good time because we're getting a bunch of new players right now too. And it's always fun when you got a nice sized community of new players, because those are the people that are gonna want to do some of the incursions with you, and all as new players looking to do it, and you're gonna need groups. The challenge, and then for the lower difficulty lobbies as you're leveling up. Having people to play with. Base of operations. Just got you St. Elmo's right on. Congrats. I'm gonna make a separate video, Canadian. Yeah, I saw your message. I responded to your message. Yeah, I was doing a bunch of research over the weekend, so I'll dig into it tomorrow and try to get it out as soon as possible. Maybe Monday, Tuesday at the latest. Ooh, St. Elmo's level 30 would be sick. Okay, I think we gotta go upstairs first. Let's see. Seasonal modifiers. These modifiers change gameplay experience in unexpected ways. Wow. Okay, so level 30. We gotta wait to get there. So we gotta use them for at least 10 phases. Priority objectives are random objectives received regularly. Choose one of these 3 available or reroll. If you don't like them, decrypt, accomplish, blah, blah, blah. Manhunt scouts. Complete different activities to uncover the seasonal storyline. This is all level 30 stuff, right? Because I'm imagining that's not going to be on our map. Yeah. Okay, we'll go through the map breakdown here in a sec, but let's go upstairs and figure out who we have to talk to. Manuel! Manuel! ¿Dónde está Manuel? All right, he gives us a sad sob story.
Head downstairs and check in with the quartermaster.
All right, introducing us to Ortiz, but we don't want to care about this right now. I'm gonna advise them to not worry about that. Seasonal journey, same thing. It's the endgame stuff. Skill unlocked, and then so we're gonna go to the quartermaster. You can say here we're gonna advise them on what, folks? Drone and turret is usually what we say, right? Anybody disagree with that? Yeah, you kind of gotta, I think in order to fix that, Evan, I don't know if it's a bug or not, but I think for your level 30 character, you have to get to New York, and then you have to go to New York and then get back to Washington, D.C. Or next time you create a level 30 character, kick it off in New York. It had something to do with that. Like, it was New York that was opening up your projects. New players getting hacked. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What we want to do is... Why is it not letting me move? Yeah, get it, get it. Okay, hold on. Do I have to unlock the pulse first? I don't remember that being a thing. You can do is only unlock in any order, right? X unlock, got it. We want to go back. It's not letting me go to any of these others. Let me back out of this. Is there no exit here? What the fuck? Like, I should be able to scroll over the turret, am I wrong? Right on, Evan. Right on, Daryl. Welcome back, man. Is that the issue? You could only pick pulse now? Oh, no way, man. Feels like a bug. I'm literally not able to toggle over. It says right there in any fucking order. Skills are extra abilities you can use in combat. Spend the points to unlock new skills. You can unlock them in any order. And I can't toggle anything. Fucking dicks. You know? The fuck? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use this. Now I can scroll. Yeah, they did lock you into that. That's fucked up. And they don't give you any extra points. Okay, so we got the Quartermaster, Anaya, Grays. So Anaya is our next route, right? Okay, so then we're gonna want to. So that's the theater settlement. Got it. We're gonna have to walk there, right? No fast traveling. And then it's teaching us to set the waypoint and tutorial. Okay, close the map. But we're gonna show people they're gonna have this Warlords of New York thing. We're gonna tell them to ignore it, but it's gonna look like it's something you have to do, which is confusing. So if you talk to this, it's gonna give you the option to boost to New York, but that's if you want to basically skip the story. So we're not gonna do that. Bunch of BS, boys. All right, so and then we're going to explain the layout of the map. You can zoom in, zoom out. Basically, as you level up, those are the zones you want to penetrate, but you don't want to go into them before you're at those levels, really, because you get your ass kicked. So we're at level 2. We'll clear this area. It's going to give us basically settlement items to unlock, and we make our way around the map. But ultimately, we're working on settlements, aren't we? So it's this settlement, and then we're going to work on the settlement over here and unlock the homies to upgrade our base of operations. It's all about SHD points, isn't it, guys? Isn't that what we're really after? at this stage. It's all about the SHD points. So we don't see any on the map yet, but we will once we get there. So unlock the safe houses, get SHD points by completing the projects. Sound familiar? Is it like Assassin's Creed Shadows?
To take some pressure off them. But don't forget that we have to get the Shade Network back to full strength. In a lot of places, the division has been the only
What up, Kingdom?
together. But with DC the priority, most agents are
it's just like Assassin's Creed, right? If you just think about it, like it's the same formula. You can grab this crap to sell if you want to. Yeah, they are kind of invasive. Yeah. You can turn them off. The street's much more than is your inventory. The street's much more messy right now, isn't it? I don't remember it being this messy. Does it clean up as we play the game? Does the street sweeper come through? Yeah, how's there no crossplay, right, Danielle? Good question. This is where they could introduce a little bicycle you can ride down the street. Eater, eater, eater. Oh, the shotgun's a beast. Dark Zone monorail.
coming up in the theater settlement. The woman who runs it is named Odessa Sawyer. Try to stay on her good side.
All right, theater, here we are. Get ourselves some Sawyer's knee pads. Yay! 25% of the way done. How fast can you do the campaign is the question, huh? You don't want to do it fast, though. So once you got currency, you can buy stuff. We don't have any because we're poor. We can sell stuff too. She's been drinking. New mission, Grand Washington Hotel. Is that hyenas? I think so. So basically what we're doing here is unlocking these people to interact with, right? And then we can recruit them. This place is a wreck, folks. Ooh, we got an AK. Where's Hunter's Fury when you need it? Jump. They don't drop very much gear at this level. Little help, Kelso. God, my handling is horrible. I think you're mostly fighting yourself at this stage. Fighting for control over your own weapon. God, it'd be a different experience if you had modifiers at this level of the game, huh? That'll change level 30 for sure. What up, Tito? I miss my video gaming, man. It's hard to leave. I break out into a cold sweat. That was fun. I went to the water park up in Washington. It's like one of these all-inclusive places. You got a really nice hotel. It's called the Great Wolf Lodge. You little girls love it. They make me go down the super scary water slides. It's horrible. It's like torture, man. It's a trip because my youngest, she's 9 now, but she's been like, one day she just decided she liked really scary rides, like super scary. Like when it started like when she was around 6 or 7. And it's a trip because like of my 2 daughters, she's the more timid one, more shy, the one that's more like is less social, all that stuff. It's a trip. and she just loves really scary rides. One day we were at the beach, and they had a little tilt. They had a tilt-a-whirl there, and she wanted to go on it. I was like, "What?" And then she wanted to do it again, and I was like, "What?" And it all started from there. And then she started going to the theme park, the local theme park we have here. And she would go on the scariest ones, man. All of them, the scariest ones, the ones that put you in a little basket and spin you around like a crazy. Like, she'll get up in those. She's little, man. She's little. It blows my mind. Anyways, but for the last couple of years, we've been going. We go to this water park at least once a year.
I don't know what he looks like, but there are plenty
And
of hostiles up there.
she wouldn't do the water slides, which I thought was odd because she loves scary rides, but she doesn't love scary water slides. She wouldn't even do the baby water slides, the ones for babies, you know, because she doesn't like water splashing on her face. And one day she woke up and decided that she wanted to do the scary slides. So that meant more for me. And they're fast. They're super fast. They're the kind, you know, they got the normal kind where you sit on your butt and slide down a tube, right? In a tube. But they also have these other ones where you get inside of like what looks like one of those it looks like one of those it's like an octagon raft, rubber raft, like as if like that they throw overboard, like when there's a sinking ship, one of those kind of things, or when an airplane goes down or something like that. They have these inflatables. It looks like one of those, and you sit in it, all of us, and so we'd all get in it, all four of us, three of us, and they push you down a giant tube. Basically, it's a big tube. And man, it goes fast. It banks hard too, and like, so there's times when you think you're gonna flip in this tube because you're banking hard. You climb the wall basically. It's nuts. I'll do them, but I'm not that into them, you know what I mean? I'll do them when somebody wants to, or whatever. But I don't like doing them over and over. Also, I don't like standing in the lines. I think I'm in a bad spot. Can't see anybody. But yep. So think twice before you have kids. Yeah, 60-degree drop. Yeah. What up, Chris? Senior GTO. All right, we got a Chevy Muscle. We got a GTO in the house. I like shooting these dudes with this shotty. There was the tank. He's easy because you can land shots on him. These other guys. The gun is all over the place.
When you trust the not knowing, you will grow beyond detection.
Save your Kelso. Are you Eleanor? Are you Eleanor? Tagger and Bagger. Or is it Bagger and Tagger? One of the two.
Heads up, got
Zin. What's up, Zin? Yeah, they're expensive though, Tito. They're expensive, man. Fuck. Like every meal is like over $100. Even the shit meal. You know what I mean? Like you'd go down and be like, well, let's just get a snack because we want to go swimming. We don't want to be too full. It's like $80 for a snack. It's like, fuck, man. Everything's expensive now. Like we went to McDonald's on the way home. You know, got the girls some kids meals and all that shit. And it was like, what was it? It was like $65 or some shit. You know what I mean? I was like, when did fast food get expensive? Where did it pick up a tariff I'm not aware of? What the fuck though? What happened? Is anybody else with me in there? Anybody ordered a for their family at something like McDonald's? Jesus H. I'm pretty sure fast food is junk food, right? And it should be cheap. Why is junk food more expensive? Inflation. I think what it is more expensive labor, right? I'm kind of interested to see what happens with housing, with all the illegals not coming in or hiding or being deported. Because, man, they drive the housing market a lot, right? All those construction companies are full of illegals, man. And now they can't do their projects. They can't put the projects, man. They don't have the contractors. They don't have the workers. They don't have the labor. They don't have the subcontractors. They don't. I mean, it goes all the way down. And so I think housing is going to go on a crunch. You know, I feel like housing is going to be a crunch. There's not going to be enough housing. This is what's going to happen. There's not going to be enough housing. Interest rates are going to have to go up, right? And then at the same time, housing prices are going to go up because there's not enough housing. So we're going to have really high interest rates and crazy expensive housing. In Portland, we got already expensive housing. Like, it's hard to buy a house in Portland. Like, affordability means you got to live like way outside the city, you know? And so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I can't imagine, you know, how that's going to work out. Well, I think that they're going to purposely make eggs cheaper just for politics, right? I think they're going to subsidize some shit. I think you're going to see, for political reasons, because they've been using it as the message, I think they're going to say, look, under the Trump administration, eggs hit a 30-time low, all-time low. There's going to be, yeah, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. That our eggs are going to be the cheapest you've ever fucking seen. Because they know that's the unit of measure everybody's talking about, you know? Sneaky bastards. Okay, where do they want us to go? So now, once we do that, we can fast travel back, right? Too fucking confident. I don't know. I think they probably signed a specialist just to the eggs.
It's worse than ever, Odessa. We're barely holding things together.
What am I supposed to do?
Help us.
I am helping.
Yeah. Yeah. Canadian stuff isn't helping, is it? Okay, so we just unlocked the mission. So settlements provide a variety of activities. Check in with the settlements frequently to see what you can help with. Your assistance will make all the difference. Blah. When do we go for a safe house? Completing missions upgrades the settlement. Settlements have 4 upgrade steps. So missions are most important. I remember that. Every upgrade unlocks new activities and services. You can even recruit some of the community members to help you out at the base of ops. Completing missions marked with these awards give you new skill unlocks at the quartermaster at the base of operations. So let me know if this makes sense. Like, can we dumb it down to the objective really is to unlock all your skills? Isn't that really the objective here? Because if you unlock all your skills, you've basically completed the campaign. That's crazy, Matt. I think I bought my house. Yeah, we were just saying that. I bought my house 10 years ago, too. We were just saying that. We were just talking about it on the drive home. It was like, it's 10 years ago we bought this house. I was like, fuck, it felt like 5 years ago, man. I don't know what it's worth, but I wanted to check because there's a house down the street that's sold. We're in a pretty popular district. It's a nice little, you know, little village. We got one of those little villages and those with little restaurants and all that just up the street. A couple of parks. I got a park in front of me, park behind me, mass transit, 2 grocery stores within walking distance technically. Good schools. We're just outside of the city, inner city, so it's a good little area. But you know, I don't plan on moving anytime soon. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, but Vancouver's nice, man. Vancouver's nice. It is expensive. I agree. Yeah, I've seen that. But that's a nice part of the world, man. It's a nice part of the world. Seattle's nice too, you know, with all the lakes and everything. All that Puget Sound everywhere area is really cool. Bigfoot country, baby. Bigfoot country. Did you see that Mississippi went income tax free? Was it Mississippi or Alabama? I can't remember. One of those two went tax free. No income tax. They just did it. Hey. But anyway, so I think that's what I can dumb it down to that, right? Like, basically, we're going to upgrade the settlements. Basically, we got to open up our safe houses. Basically, we got to complete all missions. But really what we're doing is collecting points to unlock our skills. Once you have all your skills unlocked, basically once you have all your abilities unlocked, it times out to the end game. What up, money? So let's see if that pans out. So the completing missions is the biggest bang for your buck. And that will also unlock all your perks. I just want to see if I can explain it, because, you know, every time we make one of these tutorial videos, we want to basically make it improve on our language and make it as easy to understand and condensed as possible. By doing that, I can make the video shorter and get more end game stuff in these tutorials. I'm gonna make a video on it too, DJ. Yeah, that's the point. So as we're doing this, I've made these before several times, so I'm just trying to improve it. Also, we got some new stuff that's integrated now, but this video will go all the way past level 40 and include like what you need to do once you hit level 40, the key builds you need to make, the library stuff, expertise. So it'll go all the way into that stuff. So I think I want to get this one video built for everybody so everybody can watch it, and by the end of it they're ready for the DLC. Follow this, you're ready for the DLC. And it's not going to give you 1,000 builds, but you'll have the 4 core builds, the ones you want to upgrade or whatever. So we got projects now. Okay, so what's unlocked in here otherwise? Can we talk to anybody yet? Sorry, it's been a while since we've done this. At least 6 months, right? 2 seasons. Let me go downstairs, see if anything's upgraded. And then what we also want to do is make sure we're upgrading our gear as we go. It's all shit, but... we can either go 1% damage or 1.1. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. The proficiency caches. We get to open these. Somebody get rid of this fucking AK-47. It's a beast. Oh, we got another AK-47. There we go. Yeah, we'll be making a video on this. And I'll get it out as soon as possible. It won't be that hard to make. We've done a few of them. So it's mostly an improvement. And there is going to be a new section because they added this season 2 stuff. It's weird. I thought we would be going for safe houses by now, though. Because they opened this control points. You get XP. Huh. Keys, water, parts. Alright. Maybe not. We're not there yet, I guess. What up, Pippi? I don't know, Pips. I don't know if it's the fastest anymore. We haven't talked about it. This isn't going to be technically about mules, but I think the timing difference is probably negligible, but I mean, we did do it both, and I think I can't remember. I feel like it was pretty fast doing it in Washington, D.C. because you had more fast travel points. I felt like that was I mean, the getting around is easier. Do you guys remember? Oh, yeah. Heartbreaker build's badass, man. Yeah, for sure. I think the Heartbreaker build Heartbreaker in general, shines a little better now than before because everything is so focused on pulses, and so it's nice. It's always been a nice set, but before we were a little bit more how would I say tied to running the laser pointer, and that meant sorry, hold on a second. Trying to figure out how to manage this gun. And the laser pointer makes you run technician, and I always felt stuck to that combo, even though there were other ways around it, like running sharpshooter, like we're all doing now. Except that there just wasn't enough benefit for that. And so I was like, oh, I'll just run a gun. And so, but that was one downside to it. I'll just run a gun that can run the laser pointer. The other downside to it before was that it doesn't stack very well against certain elements, which was a problem before, but I feel like it's less of a problem now because our damage with modifiers is so high that you're not shooting that item for very long, where you're losing stacks. Anyways, so I feel like it's sort of in a weird indirect way never been better. They did buff it too. Was that last season? Might have been this season, I don't remember. Everything's blending together. But they did buff it. Yeah, the Night Watch is good. Yeah, it's always been good for that purpose of that pulse. You have to have the pulse with, you have to have a pulse with Heartbreaker. I saw, not dogging him or anything like that, but, you know, DJ Tickle put out a video why he didn't understand why everybody is saying that Heartbreaker is so good this season, and he was running it with the blue screen, and he took it into solo legendary at District Union Arena, and he didn't get, he couldn't get it. He didn't understand why it was so good. And I was just looking like, wow, you know, it seems so basic, but he wasn't running a pulse, not a real one at least. And he was running like a hive or something like that. And so he was relying on headshots and every now and again pulsing that came off of the blue screen once it kills somebody. But he wasn't interacting with the blue screen. The blue screen requires an interaction with the skill. That's the whole fucking point of the blue screen. It's synergy, right? Or you're killing so fast that, you know, that you don't need a skill, which is cool too, right? But for legendary, that's not the case. So you need to build those stacks, proc your skill, activate all the debuffs, right? Or whatever, status effects. And so he wasn't doing that. And he's sitting there saying, I don't get why everybody loves Heartbreaker so much. You know, I just don't feel it. I just don't feel it. And I'm sitting here watching him use the blue screen, just relying on the only way to get his interaction, the blue screen benefits, is to get a kill. And it just wasn't happening enough. So he's basically relying on headshots in order to get a pulse. And we all know that never fucking works, ever. It never fucking works. I've tried, right? It doesn't last long enough, and your percentage, you just can't stack that way, you know? And so you can still kill people. It's gonna take 100 more bullets, but yeah, you gotta have the pulse with Heartbreaker. I just think it's ridiculous if you try to think that you're gonna get so many fucking headshots that you're gonna be able to stack with Heartbreaker. Just not gonna happen, you know? At least not when it fucking matters. You need to be able to rely on your build's capability, you know? It needs to be there when you need it. And so if you're running the blue screen, if you're playing solo heroic, then you know, you don't have to proc your skill so much after a while because you're getting so many fucking kills, you know, in a condensed little fight. But in solo legendary, you know, those guys are pretty good at coming in and out of cover and being a pain in your ass. So you're not able to stack on them or kill them on demand as much, right? When you need that status effect to kick in or whatever, you know. So it's just all happening fucking randomly, and that's not the point. You need control over your build. You don't want it to turn out. You don't want the build to be the Diamondback. You don't want to make a Heartbreaker that's acting like the Diamondback. It's making its own decisions when it's going to kick in the pulse or when it's going to kick in the status effects of the blue screen. You're supposed to be in charge of that. You need to be in charge of that. And so you need to create your build so that you can be. And stop pretending you have 100% headshot. You know what I mean? You land 100% of your headshots, and that you can maintain stacks that way. It just doesn't happen.
That's probably the node. Isaac should guide you to it.
Yeah, the remote pulse is worth using. It is. On a really fast run and gun build, you can run the remote pulse. Is the remote pulse? Which one's the remote pulse? Make sure I'm talking about the same run. The little ball. Okay. What up, Matt? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for kicking in, bro.
Ha! That's my boy!
It's the remote pulse. It's worth using if you're not moving around a lot. Unfortunately, you can't pick it up and put it down, you know? So if you're parking it, it's pretty good, and it pulses enough where it's gonna catch them on fire. I did use it this season and it did work out all right. But otherwise, no. You know what I mean? The best pulse in the game right now is actually the tactician drone.
That was the last step to getting Isaac fully restored locally. But we have a ways to go before we can celebrate.
Pretty sick.
And a missing agent to locate. Continue your sweep of the complex.
Ooh, this could be fun.
Hello? Is this the division? Looking for someone?
Who is this? How are you on this channel?
Friend of yours gave me a real nice wristwatch. He's right here. Wanna talk to him?
Leave him alone.
If you want him back, we can make a deal. You back off, we'll deliver him unharmed. Mostly.
They'll keep him alive. They aren't.
But it's a good pulse, yeah. The problem is that you have to destroy it. And so if you're going to, if you want a long-standing skill, because you're not going to move and you don't want to run technician, then that's the one. Technician, the tactician drone. And you don't want the tactician because you want to use a different drone. So it's good because it gives you an alternate. You know, I think that's basically what it's there for. It's like, well, I want to use the healer drone or I want to use the attack drone. That's why I don't want to use the tactician drone. Even though it's the best, I get it, but I want to use the defender drone or something, right? And so that's going to occupy the drone skill. So that's when the scanner becomes helpful. Because it's got a long duration. Good range. And you don't have to run tactician. Oh, sorry, sharpshooter. You don't have to run sharpshooter. So that's the other thing. Like, I want to run gunner for some reason. So I don't even have access to tactician. God, this thing's a beast. All these guns are beasts. Have any attachments? No, not yet. Gotta unlock those. These are not my guns of choice, folks. So you know. I feel like I got the shitty end of the stick when it comes to choice of guns. Like I like playing this whole thing. I shit you not. The whole entire campaign, 0 to 40, using a shotgun and a sniper all the way through. Because in their lower stages, you're one-shotting off the chest. And then once you get your talents, you build it into your one-shot from your talents using Headhunter or whatever. So it makes you can cruise through this.
I'm still willing to deal, but you better decide fast.
Get our hands on
I
that.
don't know how much more this you can take.
She's goading you to try to make you rest.
All you have to do is maintain your power level. But also, if you're new to the game, this is also the stage where you want to explore different weapons. But I don't think you're going to get a good idea of how they're supposed to perform because they feel like shit. I mean, look at this. That's Cray. The Cray gun. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. But rifles are going to be really good for campaign too. The whole auto rifle thing. That'll be a fun way to explore the game. You don't want to cheese it so much. Whoa. Oh, you didn't fucking pulse. I'm trying to hide. Oof. Do I not? How do I fucking... Where's my shortcut? Oh, I don't have my shortcut on. That's the wrong one. Shit. There it is. I have my paddles, but they weren't locked in. Yeah, he doesn't pulse. The elites are getting perks. Right on, Moose. Sounds like you're out there torturing NPCs, huh? What up, 130? Yeah, no, it's gonna come with blue cores on a Heartbreaker, but you can put whatever cores you want on it. That's what you're asking. You shouldn't get any yellow cores. It shouldn't drop with yellow cores. As far as attributes, it can possibly drop with any color attribute. Zin!
Ha! That's my boy!
Thanks for the chicken, Zin.
Agent vital signs, 0.
You didn't have to die here.
Well, you are. I love when they announce what they're gonna do. Super NPC of them, huh? God damn. I wonder how the game would feel if you had better weapon handling just as base. It's a weird way if you think about it, and I get why, but because it's either that or bullet sponges, but it is a weird way to make a game more challenging. Let's make the gun really hard to handle.
That bastard can't have gone far yet. Go after her.
It would be cool. It'd be cool. It'd be kind of neat if we were a little bit more robust when we got started. Yeah, the Dread Edict's a little hard to use. I tried using it, Canadian. It didn't feel very good. Not with the thing about the Dread Edict is it got less cool when rifles got buffed. Basically what happened. Because it was pretty cool before. I liked it. Staggers like a dream. It still does. But with ammo being an issue and that thing requiring headshot kills, which you could do pretty easily, I get. But rifles are still going to be easier, you know. More dynamic at the very least. Jesus Christ, gun. I feel like there's a guy with a shield usually. Bugs me. We got season pass points?
I hope she suffered
Really?
before you finished her off. Anyway, thanks to you, we're an important step closer to getting the Shade Network back to full strength. You did good. I'll see you around.
One SHD tech.
Looks like Isaac's back up and running. Nice. Meet me back at the White House. I've got some new intel I want to share with you and Manny.
Come back to the base if you want to add to your skills, Agent.
I do. All right, let's talk to the quartermasters. Pick a real skill, a man skill.
Agent, thanks to your hard work, we've been able to make some critical upgrades to the base of operations. We've restored access to the city's CCTV cameras and updated our maps of DC and the Situation Room. The mess hall is proper food prep and cooking equipment, with comfortable places to sit and have a hot meal.
Look at those fresh tomatoes.
We're getting in for some food, water.
I mean, with the amount of that yellow shit spread around the city, I don't know if I'd want to eat any produce.
We redistributed this food. Hard to believe it.
Looks like you're ready to learn a new skill. What would be?
All right, so we've got access to perks now. Here. We got skills here. Got it. Got it. Got it. Do they really lock you into this shit? I can't get out of this unless I choose something. Fuck, man. And it's only let me choose one. Like, they're forcing it. That's fucking annoying. Tutorial's killing me there. All right, and then here we will, I guess we'll just start with the attack room. Put this one. Okay, I gotta go see what to do. Killing me, game. You're killing me. All right, now let's go for the rest of the perks. So let's see here. We got field proficiency cache. Which one of these did we want to do first? The XP one, right? The Forcinator. The newest collectible for the manhunt. I'm not sure I did. I'm not sure. I don't know. What was it, Canadian? What up, Daddy Flaco? 81. I think it's the XP one. Vatos locos, pero pocos. Forever. Yeah, I think this is one you want to get first because let's see here. Headshot kill awarded XP bonus. Oh yeah, man. That's my jam. That's a good movie, Blood In, Blood Out.
Later.
What do they got here for us? Inventory. Box. Let's see some other stuff.
If I can't get more pieces from the toy store, I'm not gonna be able to finish my fucking map.
All right, Manny. Jeez. While the sheriff here was busy waking up Isaac, I kicked in a few doors.
Did you learn anything?
Some new cuss words.
Anything useful?
I know where we can find out where the cure was sent.
The capital. We can't get past those defenses.
Not yet.
I was tempted to watch that out. All right, so now we get access to safe house. All right. Unlock safe house in every zone of the map to be able to fast travel to that location. Additionally, visiting safe houses leads to discovering new activities. Check out the Downtown East safe house. And then you can fast travel here. Ultimate Sharon's my favorite still. She is. I mean, I like... there's some other ones that are really close though. Ultimate Sharon, I feel like, is the most dynamic. She can boss. She can do level 30 purge. That's a separator right there, right? The level 30 purge is the separator from a lot of descendants, which is weird. But that's the toughest content in the game, and there's so many of them that can't do it, you know? Which sucks. But like, so there's those that can, and there's the cannots, and Sharon can. She can mob like the best of them. Is she as efficient as Inez at mobbing? No, but she doesn't need to be. Nobody needs to be. You know what I mean? You can still clear a whole goddamn 400 infiltration or the Sigma sector faster than fast realistic with anybody. Bunny, Inez, who else? What's her name? Serena. That's what I was trying to think of. Volby. I mean, all of them can do it, right? Viessa. They can all mob. And the difference might be, you know, 45 seconds or something, or a minute, you know, slower, which is, yeah, it's a lot, but it's about having fun too. It's not about speed racing and everything, is it? But you just want to be efficient. And they're all efficient. That's the thing. They're all efficient. So I think what we want to do here is by searching the drive that unlocks the missions and I think the visibility in that zone. And the SHD tech caches are what we're after in each zone, and they're marked by those symbols. And there you go. These bad boys. And that's these SHD tech is what gives us our perks. And these little bad boys are very valuable. They give you 6 side missions. And then you have these that are, I guess I'm only giving just 1 at a time, right? Bunch of side missions. But technically, we still have these side missions to complete, or this main mission here. But we probably want to demonstrate this real quick. Yeah, anyways, they're all good. They're all good. I like them all. You know what I mean? I like them all. They're all good. They all have their thing. They're all fun to play. But my point is, what I like about Sharon is that she can actually do every single one of the activities. And you can have a almost, and it's almost the same build could do it. I mean, I can use her ambush build in every single activity. It's not that great for bossing, of course, but you can. But yeah, you can use it in level 30. You can solo dungeons with an ambush build. You can use it on spec ops. You can do whatever, right? And or if you want to use the aerial thing where she flips upside down to mob, which is a more efficient way to mob, you can do that. Or the void vessel, you can use it in there. But ambush is pretty efficient if you pair it with the right gun. So she can run the Maleficent or Malevolent, however you say it, Malevolent. And then you can also run her with the Perforator. I like her with the Perforator the best. That thing's a fucking beast in her hands. Just wham, 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 wham. Put 2 rate of fires on it, go to town. And she stays invisible the whole time. It's just crazy. And then that's her superpower, is because she's invisible. I go no armor on her. I run no HP on her. Just 1 base HP core. And then I don't spec into anything HP wise. And she's got great survivability, even on level 30. Nobody shoots her, right? Nobody can shoot her. And plus you're freezing them, you're invisible, you got the AoE, and you got the hard hitting 100%. And you put the ATAMs in her hand, and you can one-shot bosses too. So, you know, that's why I like her, is because she's really well-rounded. I actually think, in my mind, that she's the model descendant for the game. I think that everybody should be as diverse as she is. And that would, I feel like, make the game more each descendant more versatile, by obviously making her as versatile as her. But like some of these guys, like Inez, I think it's just kind of weird, like that Inez can only that she can only mob or boss, but that she can't. My point is that she can't use a weapon. I just think it's weird that there's descendants that can't use weapons. I just think that's weird, you know, because they can't put out good crits, and they can't put out good weapon damage because they don't have any buffs, and they're so underperforming that way, you know. And I see some Inez's going into level 30 purges, and it's just like, oh god, it hurts. I can feel the lack of damage on the team. I don't think it. You know what's really weird is, like, I don't think Serena is that much more OP than Inez, though. I think Serena's just more versatile, you know. But Inez can clear dungeons faster than Serena can. Is Serena really overpowered? I mean, I guess it depends on how we're measuring it, right? I mean, she can one-shot bosses, but so can Sharon. So she can do it easier, so I guess. But she's also got way more mechanics, you know, than a lot of the other descendants. You know what I mean? So there's a tip for tat with Serena. I get she's the strongest descendant in the game, but for some reason I don't feel like she's overpowered because she's got mechanic. You got to go through all these fucking steps. You know what I mean? And I think she only feels overpowered to, you know, to basically the sweats, right? And that's why you see the community really confused, you know, or divided, not confused, divided, because the dudes that are running around with, you know, level 10 everything peaked out, You know, they're the ones that are saying Serena's overpowered. The other people in the game, which is the other half, more than half, are the ones that are saying, you know, she feels great, and don't nerf Inez. I like that power fantasy, and I do too. I don't think Inez should be nerfed. I don't think Serena should be nerfed. I think the game should be harder. You know. But what about, I mean, can't Glay kill anything with anything too? And if you're saying Serena's better because she can kill a boss half a second faster than Glay, that argument's bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, but Sharon can shoot her lightning, and Inez can too, through walls. So can Serena, all three of them, and even Bunny. They can go through walls. I don't know. You don't think Serena has zero? You think Serena's got zero downsides? That's interesting. She's not that easy in the air to play with, and that's a good percentage of her package. So you could ignore that and ignore her package, right? Basically nerf yourself by ignoring that whole part of her that's not playing to the air, because it sucks to play her in the air. I get that. But isn't Glay, I mean, I've been saying Glay is pretty fucking easy to use this whole time, and which is why I don't like her. I like Serena better than Glay because Serena's more technical. Glay is about as easy to use as anybody, and it's stupid. It's boring. Point and shoot. You know, you don't even have to. You throw out a whip every now and again. You know what I mean, with your hand. You snap your fingers every minute or so. You know what I mean. Basically, it's like pretty fucking easy to use. I mean, what about Bunny? You just have to run in a fucking circle and she wipes up the whole room. What about Freyna? She can cast her skills and just has to stand there. She's faster than Serena. Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with solo legendary. I mean, it's not that hard. Anything can do it as long as you meet just like a minimum damage threshold. You know, all red striker. Usually you don't want to, like, the thing with legendaries, you can hedge your bet and play it safe. You know what I mean? But the more you hedge your bet, the harder the legendary gets in a funny way. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, if you put on a bunch of armor on kill and a bunch of regen and a bunch of armor, yes, you can do it, but you're kind of making it harder on yourself. The trick with legendary, solo legendary, the build is part of it. It just needs to be enough. You can be enough with a Heartbreaker. You can be enough with an ongoing directive. You can be enough with a striker, a true patriot, or negotiator's dilemma, which is like the classic way of doing it. Striker, negotiator's dilemma makes it easier. Striker, you could argue makes it just as easy, but with negotiators, you know, by killing 3 enemies at a time, you're eliminating a lot of threats that are hiding from you by tagging them. So negotiators is kind of the safest bet. Also, you know, you could probably speed, if you were going for speed, you probably clear it a lot faster with negotiators. I don't know if anybody's ever done that test, but yeah, because I mean, even with so the key to the legendary is really knowing where to stand. That's a funny thing, but that's what it is. There's the 2 key things about legendaries: know where to stand and who to kill first. And in order to do that, you have to know what's coming. And so if you don't know what's coming, if you haven't played enough legendaries just in general, then you don't know what's coming. Or if you haven't paid attention and you just point and shoot shit when it comes running out at you. but who's the first one that's at you, running at you? You know what I mean? And when they're coming out of like around a corner, who's the first one you see? Is that who you want to be focusing on? Sometimes, not always, but you're the first guy the guy that's standing in front of you isn't always your greatest threat. In other words, the reason why is because there are imaginary lines that those NPCs can't cross. And so the key to legendary is by standing here, you're untouchable except by the very few NPCs that can cross that line, which is usually an explosive NPC or a rusher. And so those end up being your priorities, depending on the room. And so with each room, each checkpoint, you're like, stand here, stand there, stand here. And that's and then from there, it's kill these guys first, kill those guys first, kill these guys first, kill those guys first, depending on which room you're in. And that's the real key to legendary. Otherwise, any mediocre DPS build will get the job done, believe it or not. You know, I mean, Gunner's 10% armor on kill is sufficient. Run one piece of Palisades, you got 20% armor on kill, and you're in a really good spot now. Now, from there, just put any 4 pieces of Striker or any 4 pieces of Negotiators, you're good to go. Just make sure you have a damage talent on your chest. Obliterate, usually. You know what I mean? You can go rifles, you can go assault rifles. I wouldn't recommend SMGs. Anyways, I have created solo legendary builds, but they're deep in there, and I'd have to refresh that, you know, because I don't really do solo legendary anymore. Well, I hope Schaefer wakes up. He's got to get pretty smelly at this point. So what was that, the newest collectible? What was the newest collectible? Is the newest collectible the story bit? Gore, you won't be let down with that thing. It'll make you have a new love for LMGs. Just don't ignore the skill thing. I've seen people, we were just talking about that, Gore, that like if you don't, the whole point of the blue screen is to synergize with the skill. So if you don't get the skill matched up right, then the blue screen it's all not going to feel good. You got to have the skill matchup. The whole thing about the blue screen is that it interacts with skills. When you activate your skill, all the status effects goes out. So if you have a skill that you can't interact with, or if you forget to interact with, it's all gonna suck. You know what I mean? Sorry, Grumpy, I lost track of our conversation. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it some more though. But that whole Serena thing, like this is my point. Serena's strong, there's no doubt, and she's super strong, and of the super strongest descendants, which let's just say the top 3 are Freyna, Inez, and Serena. Let's just say those are the 3 strongest descendants. Of the top 3, I think what makes her the strongest, and I get that she has strong weapon damage, but if you look at it from a time perspective and put them all into a hard spec ops, right, in solo, then they're all going to perform really well. Inez might perform fastest, or Freyna could easily perform faster, and I don't know which would. It depends on probably the skill of the player there, but Serena would perform really fast, but probably not as fast, right? And then if we say, well, let's put them into, okay, yeah, I get that, Tux. Great, unfair choice of missions. Now put them into Void Purge level 30. But that's where the game fails. You can't. They have not created all descendants equal. They have said in the past that they want each descendant to be good at certain missions to force you to not use the meta in that mission. So they have made the Purge so that Freyna sucks in the Purge on purpose. They have made the purge so that Inez sucks in the purge on purpose. Why did they do that? Because there's, how did they do that? Because they're skill players and they made skills worthless in there. So it's, you can't even, you can't even compare them in that situation. They made the boss Tormentor. I don't know. How's Freyna doing a Tormentor? I don't know, actually. I haven't checked that, but probably a slower time to kill because if weapons are usually outperforming skill players, I imagine. But so you'd have to find that common ground mission that they could all compete with, right? You can't say Serena's OP because she destroys level 30. They didn't even give Inez a chance at level 30. She doesn't even have a fucking chance in there. She's not made for that content. That content's not made for her. So you can't use that as the yardstick. So everybody said, oh, she's OP. She obliterates level 30. Well, so does Inez in theory. They just made it so that she can't work in there. You know, but if they took away that skill nerf, it's not that Inez's skills aren't strong. It's that they purposely nerfed skills in there. So if they take that away, there's a good chance that Inez can clear it faster than Serena because her skills are fucking crazy strong. She can go crazy fast, right? And so, yeah, that's my thing. That's kind of my thing. I think they're all really strong, those top three players, if, for example, the three metas. And I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't want to see Serena nerfed. Serena should stay exactly where she is. I don't think she's overpowered. I think the game's too easy. And that's the right power. That's the right power. And if they reverse that, it's going to be like, oh, okay, so how are we going to make the game harder by making the Descendants less powerful? No, I think they're right where the power is. The power is right here. Make these missions different. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you see how easy it is. I mean, I don't give a fuck how strong your Descendant is, man. When you see 150 NPCs running by you like idiots, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen that in this, what do you call it? The Sigma sector. So there's a trigger, there's a timing thing that activates the NPCs, right? And they lock on to the location you were at when you hit that trigger. And so all the NPCs, and you've moved, you're moving forward, you're pushing. And so all those NPCs are running to the location you were at 10 seconds ago. While they're running and ignoring you like you're a fucking ghost, you're cutting off all their heads. They're not even shooting at you. You can cut off all their heads with level 1 Descendant. You know what I mean? Because there's nobody there to shoot at you. So it's just like, you know, in a funny way, it's like, who cares how strong the Descendants are when the game is this easy? Does that make any sense? Like, I know it sounds funny to say that because, well, the game is this easy because the Descendants are this strong. No, the fucking AI is stupid, man. They're so stupid. They just run right by you. There's not even, they just run right by you. Most of the time, they don't even have a chance to shoot you. Even in Sigma sector, whether you're using Serena, Inez, or even Freyna, that's not even optimal in there. Whatever you're doing, you hardly take damage. Hardly. When I see somebody die, I'm like, what the fuck did you do wrong? You know what I mean? Because you can't even die in there. It's hard to die. You know what I mean? And so it's just like the game is like way too easy. And so I think they need to get that down. I mean, obviously balancing the Descendants is important, but I hope they do that by making them all A, more interesting, and B, more powerful. Right? Not Inez, not Serena. I don't think they need to be more powerful, but I don't think Glay needs to move slow. I think Haley doesn't need to move slow. Why the fuck are they moving so slow? Oops, I'm talking too much. Why do they move so slow? You know what I mean? Why do they get a nerf and nobody else gets a nerf? You know what I mean? That's bullshit. Hey, let me change my battery in my earphones while I'm doing this. Give me a second, guys. Anyways, I think, I mean, we all know the game's too easy, but part of the problem is the Descendants. I agree. The other problem is that, you know, it's not just the missions, it's the fucking UI. I think they, you know, that boss that they made, the one that's the Descendant, that's who was, or he's a bad guy who was formerly a Descendant, and then we kill him in the end. one of those random spawn bosses wearing those big mech suits. I think that we need to fight like hordes of those dudes. That's what I'm talking about. You know. I don't know. We'll see what they do. I'm curious what that patch is gonna look like, man. We gotta get that patch soon, right? Sorry guys, I got to change my earphones here. The balancing patch. Okay, so what we're gonna do next here is unlock an SHD crate. Pretty simple. We're just gonna demonstrate this for new players. So I can get the battery to go in. Is it backwards? Maybe. All right. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I know, poor fucking Jaber. He was one of the guys on before I played the game that I wanted to get into first. He was fun for a minute because he's kind of got some similarities to Enzo, but as the game evolved, he got worse instead of better. Oh my god, isn't that funny? Actually, you know which descendant I wanted to see get improve? Specifically is Keelan, because he's got that blade. I like his concept, you know. He's got the dash just like Serena. I just think they need to do more with it, right? I think he needs a gun in his hand or a fucking knife sword thing, just like Blade. If they get melee in the game, oh, things will like jump up 10 points, easy peasy. All right, here we go. So here's our first SHD crate. You got to watch your back. Make sure no gorillas are in the mist. You got to shoot one of these. There's usually a weapon next to these too, which is nice. At this stage, end game, it doesn't matter. And there we go. And so, can we pin that at this stage, by the way? Yeah, so we can track that. So there's what we got to do, technically. Trying to figure out this. Okay, well, that's fine. We got those marked, but we were gonna go for. We got these little side missions here. Mission giver, mission giver, mission giver. But we also got to take on this one.
Broadcasting capabilities of the Viewpoint Museum to coordinate and motivate their troops. We have word they're going off.
Here, okay, just shows she's been unlocked, so it's just a roster thing. And then you got your perks. So I'm gonna continue to do XP if I can. And then if we go around the corner, we should see Anaya just chillaxing. You're everywhere. It's creeping me out, man. So at this stage, look at that. We got blueprints. I'm really out of touch on the classified missions, but as Grumpy said, it gives you good XP. And I guess now it scales whether you set it or to the open world, but there was something about it that didn't do that before. But I haven't really engaged with them since like early game. Personally, or since they were released, whenever that was. Hardly remember them. I don't even know if I don't think I completed all of them either. I think there's a few I don't know, just got bored with, or didn't know they were there, or something. Didn't pay attention to. this one. It's all the way around the side. Fuckers are persistent, aren't they? Yeah, at this stage, these little resources are actually a pretty big deal. You do want to grab those resources because you're going to need them to craft things. You don't do a lot of crafting, but if you need to craft or donate, you're not going to have shit. All right, where we go next? Here.
True Sons have been using the broadcasting capabilities of the Viewpoint Museum to coordinate and motivate their troops. We have word they're going offline for maintenance, meaning they won't be able to call for reinforcements. Now's our chance.
Five hours? Oh, that sounds like a long amount of time. Maniocrity! Rating. Right on, brother. Let me do a little shout out for you. Welcome, everybody. Come in from Manny's chat. See if I did that right. Yay! Make sure you give that a click and give Manny a follow. If you're just not joining us, welcome and appreciate you, Manny. Feel free to hang out, man, if you like. Hope you had a good stream. We are on a little adventure here, so we're updating and making new player, returning player guide here. The idea is to make just one video guide. I have done many of these before in segments, but just we're just trying to make one video guide here that by watching this video, when you get to the end, you'll be ready for the Brooklyn DLC. That's kind of the point here. Get them all the way through the story, New York, get the watch, and then make the first key builds they need to basically tackle anything in the game. And then work on optimizing from there. Who were you guys up to, Manny? Just slaying things? Or were you playing the event? Oops, so I'm gonna do that. Grabbing bounty is a good thing. What up, Atlas? Yeah, so we're just bullshitting, talking shop, getting footage for the guide, giving tips and whatnot.
Hostile radio intercepted.
We're being a noob, basically. We're playing like we're noobs. Yeah, so we're in story mode right now. And not very far along, actually. We're just kind of getting rolling. What am I, level 4 right now? Yeah, level 4. Woof. Fresh meat. I had this mule that I just deleted to do this. It had been sitting there unfinished for a while. Manny, were you getting into any of the Assassin's Creed stuff? Did you try that game? I need to catch up. I'm only like 4 hours into it. Been out of town. I gotta find a date and spend more time. I did like it. Did enjoy it. But I felt like I barely got a taste. Like, no, I guess we streamed it 2 days. We were 2 days in. But day one was like crazy boring, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't believe how boring it was. I was like, 3 hours of story mode? That's basically, I mean, literally 3 hours of cutscenes? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You know? It's like, is it always like this in these Assassin's Creeds? Because I'm not a big Assassin's Creed guy, you know? Yeah, it does revive the nostalgia, Atlas. Yeah. The first time I did this, I was saying that I had refreshed all my guides about 1.5 years ago or so. And I was like, man, I haven't done this in a while. This is cool. And that's why I had done it, is because we were getting all these questions and I was like, man, I don't remember. Because I did that back in 2019. And so I redid the campaign just to refresh my memory on the details originally. And it was nice. It's fun. Gave me some perspective on a few things too. I'm skipping a lot of the story scenes just because this is mostly for procedure. Right on, Tito. Pulse. I keep doing that. Forget what pulse I have. Try to hit me hard, huh?
I need to nail this.
Small bag in this thing. Damn, they're still giving us shit loot. Get two doses of that fire, huh? Starting to hit a little harder. Need some better armor gear. Ooh, that hurt. Sniper somewhere. Oh, there she is. The old ninja bike. Yeah, if you get those cover-to-cover moves in, you can pay out nicely. The AUG is actually a decent little gun. Let's get that on over this AK. See if we can actually land a headshot. Yeah, that's way better. Ooh, feels good to land shots again, man. Ooh.
Transmission control module. It handles all communications going in and out of viewpoint. If you reset it, you'll lock out the True Sons and we can take over the channels. Okay, stay by the module and make sure it completes the reset sequence.
Too bad they didn't make the module cover, huh?
Site facilities are reset to default or under direct SHD control.
That's good to hear. Our comms are coming online and the True Sons are in the dark.
Fluctuations in local power are detected. Communications facilities offline.
What the hell?
I'm seeing multiple hostiles on the roof. They're
Get me up there.
EMP jammers around the radio mast.
It's Wade. He's trying to sabotage the mast. Without it, no one can broadcast from viewpoint. Agent, get to the roof. We gotta stop him from taking out the mast.
Electromagnetic charge detected.
Wade is using EMP jammers to overload the radio mast. Take them out before the mast is destroyed.
System malfunctioning. System.
You won't be able to use your shade tech as long as that EMP jammer is active. Take it out.
Structural integrity at 75%.
It's not like we have much shade tech.
Agent, you've gotta stop Wade. We need that radio mast.
System curtailed.
It's same spot. The hell?
Civilians in distress.
Oh, I got a recruiter. So we already rescued her. There it is. Check progress. New milestone reached. So Grace, good. Okay, solidarity. So next is Sinai. This is Ezra. Missions required 2 of 3. Unlocked. Does it tell me which one I can use? Dark Zone Officer, Rooftop Terrorist. Is it just saying do 2 out of 3 missions? Or is it a specific one? But it's not. Oh, it's probably this one. There it is.
JTF set up a temporary stockade
Okay,
in the
got
basement of
it.
the American History Museum.
Got it. Yeah, I'm liking the MP7. I think it was a good weapon that they chose
Scripts and notes from the interrogations of True Sons prisoners.
for the new exotic, the Oxpecker.
So interested. If you can release the prisoners, True Sons will have their hands full with a full-scale riot, giving you an easier shot at the prize.
On the way here, there was this. Let's go get that.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
One day it'd be really cool to be able to like uniquely craft weapons. Put a chainsaw at the end of one or something. That's the Division world I want to live in. Ooh, ACS wouldn't be bad. Let's get that one a whirl. Oh, what level is that? 5? Alright.
During the crisis, JTF set up a temporary stockade in the basement of the American History Museum. And now, True Sons runs the place. Odessa says there's a treasure trove of high-value intel in there. Transcripts and notes from the interrogations of True Sons prisoners.
I haven't decided, Kingdom. I think I'm probably going to go to New York. Because my suggestion is for people to experience the full story, especially to connect the dots with the DLC. And I think people have a reason to buy Woni again with the expansion. That was no accident. See you later, Atlas, man. Thank you for hanging out.
Hostiles. Guarding location nearby.
Always welcome to kick it, man. Somebody's got goddamn good accuracy. Oh my god. He's hitting me from way over there. Oh man. Woo. None of this is covered. Jesus. How do you get in there? It's a good little spot he was in, wasn't it? He was literally in the fucking house. I can't get in there. Or did he fall in? Is that what happened? But he was in there, man. But his body is down there. You see his body? It's on the ground. So I think he glitched through. I see how it is, game. Wait. No way. Level 5, let's do this.
Your goal is a collection of transcripts and notes from months of prisoner interrogations. The information is stored on a military-grade laptop, kept in the main holding area downstairs. Priority is to release the prisoners to keep the True Sons busy. You'll be looking for some kind of security terminal. The security terminal should be somewhere nearby. Look around.
Active terminal detected.
Sounds promising. Find it and patch eyes again. Okay, I'm in. Now to open the cells. And the cells are open.
These guys are really fast hackers, huh? Glitched. Yeah, I went back and forth with that too. Grumpy. I think I ended up with because I liked having the big mag too. I did. Instead of the 2 elements. I like having the RPM too. But, you know, it did feel good when it was a little bit slower. It still felt good, but it was just like the perforator. Like when I put that second RPM thing on the perforator, it felt pretty good. So just having 1. I don't remember what mine looks like, but it definitely has 2 RPMs on it. Yeah, but we're basically, yeah, it's a weak point gun, yeah. But we're basically stepping up to their foreheads and pressing it against it, aren't we?
Get moving.
And if we're not, then the hardest content, you're able to step up and press it against their forehead. The easy content doesn't fucking matter, which everything else doesn't matter, just go center mass, right? But the weird thing about the bigger mag, I mean, this is a big pain in the ass about the game, like, because how you build the weapon totally depends on the descendant. Because one other thing is, it's like, well, with Serena, for example, you have an unlimited mag, basically. And and even if you do reload, which you do, obviously, it's so fast, it's basically an instant reload. It's a matter of pressing the button, but there's no animation on it, you know. I think that might have been what my final driver was. But yeah, it still felt like a nice quality of life to have that bigger mag. Usually go that way. But yeah, that's the thing. It's kind of annoying that you have to fucking outfit a weapon if you wanted to run it on a different descendant. That's super annoying, right? I'm kind of not doing it. I'm kind of like, fuck this. That's bullshit. And it's super sweaty to do that. It's so sweaty to do that. To rebuild a weapon for every fucking descendant. Like, I kind of been annoyed at when I see that, people kind of promoting that, because it's like, it's part of the, kind of one of the problems, it's like kind of the divide in the game. The cores, like, I'm not gonna core weapon every fucking weapon. Fuck that. Fucking sweaty, man. That's just, it's like, and now they're giving us the cores for free and all the fucking things for free. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even have a reason to fight the Tormentor. But like, for example, like, what was one of the situations? Oh yeah, like where you see somebody, I'll just pick a random gun because I can't think of an actual example, but like the, what's the LMG, the one that goes on fire? I can't remember the name of that fucking LMG. That's how long it's been since we ran it. But it used to be the meta, right? We had it all outfitted for like Enzo or whatever, let's just say. And then you had to fucking rekit it for Haley, add some more mods to it to fucking tailor it for Haley because she has a different configuration of crits and whatever, you know. And then you're like, oh, it's such a meta, I'm gonna reconfigure this fucking weapon for Glade now. And you're like, oh, but she doesn't have any ammo issues. So, and she comes with no crits, so now I gotta do this and do that and do this. And it's like, fuck. You know? And then my problem is like, and then it amplifies, that issue amplifies because now you have the cores. And so it's not just mods anymore. Now it's the cores, you know? And so like the way I'm kind of playing, and because I'm just not gonna do that. That's just retarded. I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking, you know, the Malevolent is gonna be used by 1 or 2 descendants, and then everybody else is just gonna have to find their own fucking weapon. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gets a weapon. You get your one weapon, be fucking happy, descendant. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna go fight Tormentor 22 times so I can tailor a weapon up for you and decide I don't like it on you. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck. Not gonna do it. And the other reason why is because I know they're gonna fix that problem. They're already talking about fixing it. So it's kind of ridiculous to do the extra grind for this stuff when they're just gonna give it to us or find the solution for the problem. You know, they already started giving us the void metallic fragments. They're in the daily quests or the daily rewards. The events and whatnot, so which is good. But even then, I'm just stockpiling them. I'm not even spending them, the core unlock things, because I mean, I can't tell you how long it's been since I've used the little SMG. That's a pretty good gun. You know what I mean? I just don't have a reason to use it. And so I guess I'm, which was really helpful to sit on the core unlock things, because, you know, when they gave us our latest 3 new exotics, I was able just to unlock them immediately because I wasn't going around unlocking, you know, the divine punishment or, you know, guns that I wasn't using, like the Fallen Hope. And same thing with the mastery rank. You know, when they give you new characters and new weapons, it all is applied to there, and it's capped at 30 anyways. So I just don't really see the point in like hurrying to grind through it when it's all gonna happen passively anyways. But yeah, but now it's right now it's really bad with the weapons, because it's just like, fuck, man, I'm not gonna go farm out these catalysts, spend 7.5 hours to craft a catalyst, to research a catalyst, to apply it to a fucking weapon that, just so I can run it on 13 different characters. It's just like, nah. The Malevolent, I'm gonna run with Serena, and that's good. You know what I mean? Blair, maybe he gets the shotgun, maybe, I don't know if that shotgun's gonna be that worth using, but I'll use a different gun on Blair, you know, as an example. Sharon gets the perforator. And then, plus, what's her face has 2 guns. Serena's got 2 guns. She's also got her little assault rifle. So, you know, she doesn't really need 3 guns. She can do it all with those 2. The Smithereens kind of a generalist gun, so I use that on everybody. Because I just use it on the boss anyways. Glay, she can have the glass dagger. Because nobody else wants to reload that piece of shit. You know what I mean? I know you can run it on Haley, but I'm not gonna do it. I know you can run it on Serena, but not me. Why? She's got her assault rifle. It's good. Good enough. Yeah, I mean, I wish it didn't have to be that case, but it's just because it's just the way that, you know, how it is. I mean, and then the loadout, it's worse. It gets worse when we start talking about loadouts, right? You know what I mean? You bring the loadouts into the situation. I'm like, now I got to buy a loadout, more loadouts. So like, because maybe you have to run a different external component or whatever. Maybe it's a different build for that descendant. Like for example, like, you know, Serena's mobbing build, you know, the one with her skill. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It looks all right. It looks pretty cool, but I'm not going to use it, you know, because it's too expensive to use, you know, in a way of like, oh, I'm going to have to add more modifiers on, or more mods on her. I'm going to have to, I might end up running a different external component set, a different weapon in her hand when she's running that build. Maybe not. No, obviously these are maybes and maybe not, but I think I already ran out of build loadout slots for her. So I have one for the boss, the Tormentor, and then I have, you know, one for Purge 30, and then one for everything else. So there's 3 right there. I can't even make another build if I want to, unless I want to, you know, cough up some money, I guess. And I'm okay with that. You know, it's not the worst idea. I mean, I see it like, okay, so you all have your favorite, let's call it build, descendant. You have that favorite descendant, and maybe you expand on that descendant and create 3 or 4 builds for them because they're your favorite, and everybody else just has their one and done build. That's cool too. I could float that way, you know. Obviously, you know, Sharon's my favorite, so she's got 3 builds. Serena's one of my favorites. She's got 3 builds. Inez doesn't need 3 builds. You know, she's got 2 though. You know what I mean? I got 2 for her. Here, level 6 plus, nice. Until they fix the build situation. I mean, at the very least, I want those fucking cores to be somehow as a loadout, because as a 2000 metallic void things is basically what, killing the boss 25 times, you know, give or take. Fuck that. You know what I mean? That is so boring. Even if it's a 6-second fight, even if it's a 1-second fight, it is still not worth my time. You know what I mean? Oh my god. I might went the wrong way. What up, you logs? Yeah, restarted. Yep. We're in the early levels here. I think we just hit level 6. I think I have to go claim her. So modding mods.
Hey there. Up for learning a new skill?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. How about a hive? Yeah. No, it's this one. In case we die hive. Yeah, I'm doing new player guide. Getting ready to cough up some more shit here. Woozy, what up? Did I unlock her yet? Let me look at the roster. Yes, there's Grace. Alright, let's go back here. Look at all these little missions. Man, they keep you busy, huh? Sinai. Yeah, so I want, you know, and they said they were going to fix that, so I imagine we'll see that in season 3. They're also going to change the inversion somehow, the inversion reinforcement. But I get tired of switching those things around too, but at least those are free. Dylan Miranda, Sophia Arroya. Milestone reach. What up, Woozy? Become a member? My man.
Did we just become best friends? Welcome to the Players Club.
Yes, sir, we did. Thanks for your support, man. Okay, so that's Sinai. And so now we got, it says 3 out of 4 missions required. I don't know what they're saying to that, because we just did. Oh, did it say 2 out of 3 earlier? I don't know, but Charles Douglas rewards Charles Douglas in the shooting range. Aspirations. A lot of side missions, huh? You could be busy doing those. You basically got to do them all at some point, don't you? I think last time we did this, there was only a couple of side missions we didn't end up doing. Okay, so there's new missions. There we go. So we just have to do one of this one here. Yeah, so if you just tailor yourself to missions, then this goes smoothly. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh, they're not letting me fast travel to that. That's some BS. Go to the other side of this. Okay. Is it this way or the other way? Do something fucking around. Shotgun might need to be changed. It's too weak. What up, Firebird? Yeah, that's right, Firebird. Let me write that down because that's a good detail. We're bottling them up anyways, huh? Damn this jog. I'm looking at it and I'm already exhausted. Especially when you can't climb hedges like this.
Civilians in danger.
Yeah, so the idea of this, if you're just joining us, is that, you know, we got the new DLC coming in, but also with Season 2 changes, or not Season 2, Season 2.0 changes. I want to make a kind of a more updated and streamlined guide, all in a single video. Some nice chapters in it. Says do all of this, and at the end you'll be ready for the DLC with 3 or 4 key builds that you need for any content. So basically a guide that gets them through from the beginning of the game through level 40, through watch 1000, to run down the library and the expertise, and then progressing or the leveling of their key builds. Good question. But yeah, because if you boost to New York, it completes a lot of those missions for you, doesn't it? Most of them. But if you don't boost, then yeah, you got a good point. Maybe you can do all those and you're good to go, huh? Let me see if I can. Let's see how far we can go without doing a side mission. I mean, I know we're gonna have to do 1 or 2 because they'll be part of some unlocking system, but I'm here.
This place was a gold mine for looters. We've already lost too much of our history. Anyway, there's a lot of intel here. Sending it your way. It would be nice to get this place in shape. Just be careful, okay?
Title update 9. Whoa. Shit, that was a long time ago, man. Welcome back. It's too bad you can't adjust the mag on that weapon. Ooh, we got a stability mod. No, 35% of damage scope. Tempting. All right, so now we gotta do this mission.
Took over an old JTF depot at the Air and Space Museum. They turned it into some kind of factory for improvised munitions. We need to put it out of commission.
And this might be the last. There's this mission down here too. They're probably gonna make us do that one. But otherwise, we're getting pretty close to finishing up this safe house. Right on, Net 2000. Glad I caught you, bro. See you on the flip side. We don't get the purple ones yet. What up, brain damage? If that's what you mean. Yeah, I haven't gotten any purple ones yet. We haven't gotten that good. We'll get there. We're still working on greens and grays, apparently. Shit. Fuck. I don't remember that being in there. God.
I let you in. You let me go, okay?
Yeah, right on. That was fucking aggressive, bro. I like you.
I don't want any part of this shit.
Right on.
The ramp to the parking garage looks like your best way in.
I like how you roll. Where does she go? Let's follow her. I'm curious. Okay, that's the end of that, huh? Funny though. She goes for a minute. They were thorough. Oh, he fucker. Oh, that was a long fucking job. People let me fast travel. Okay, good. Fucking shoot. Yeah, good memories, right?
what they're doing here. See if you can find any info on the operation. Seems like these guys are salvaging and repurposing anything they can from this place. They're crafty bastards.
Crafty bastards.
Drag anything useful and I'll send in a recovery team later.
Get out of anything too dangerous.
Oh, good hit.
Trauma detected.
Bad hit. Way too accurate.
Presence reinforcements incoming.
He's looking helpful.
Medical assistance needed.
Need better weapons, man. There we go. Just got something.
When you're done, found some things up there.
Keep moving. Still got two halls to clear.
Wow. Guess it's gonna have to be. That's crazy that they give you damage bonuses of 1%. It's like, what the 1%? We're doing a tutorial run. Basically a new run, new character. Mr. Funky Funk. Yeah, so we're in story mode right now. I'm gonna create new tutorial videos for the upcoming DLC so people can get ready. We're getting quite a few new players coming back. New players and returning players, I mean. And it's crazy because I felt like I just did this. Time flies though, you know? Oops. Yeah, and then on top of that, I had this character that was kind of unfinished. So it was good timing. It's Mule. Oh yeah, good point. Should probably get that in nice and early, huh? I'm gonna jot that down as a note. Good reminder. Because I normally do that as a separate video, but I think it'd be great to get that into this video. Because I want it to be comprehensive. That reminds me, I want to do a community build highlight video. So I'm gonna put on Discord, and both YouTube and Discord, create a place for you to submit your builds. Basically, your favorite build that you would like, favorite build or a build that you highly recommend the community try, and then I'll select from all the submissions. Yeah, and this is something I'm going to try to do here pretty quickly, so I'll create the post the next day or so. Take a couple of days to get enough time for people to submit, send out a couple reminders, whatnot. Doesn't have to be a meta build, doesn't have to be a legendary build or anything like that, but just like, hey, this is good old-fashioned gaming fun. I like highlighting your guys' builds. It's fun to do that. You guys have some good ideas out there. Because if they're always coming from me, if they're always my builds, then, you know, I play a certain way, right? And I can't help it. You know, I can't help it. You know, and I try to do things outside of my box, knowing that the community would like it, but I can't do the funny thing is you can't do too much in a weird way, because you have to enjoy what you're playing. It just doesn't come out the same if you don't enjoy it. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. Like the other day I did that exotic video, right? And all the exotic weapons, iconic exotics, the old school exotics. And if you notice, I had gameplay footage of every build in there, right? And genuinely had a blast with every build, even the Diamondback, you know. And some of them didn't do so hot in Legendary, and others did great in Legendary. But the one that didn't have any gameplay footage was the Liberty, the Foundry Liberty build. It's so fucking boring. I can't even get myself to do that. I mean, the game is 7 years old. You gotta cut me some slack, you know. It's like I gotta have fun too, I guess is my point. You know what I mean? If I'm not having fun, it's hard to create content on something you're not having fun on too. And I do have fun in the Division 2 after all these years, you know, all these years. So sometimes I try not to, at least for the most part. Excuse the yawn. It's been a long week. Honestly, like I genuinely try to practice this and feel this way, but I don't just create builds just to be creative. Like I'll get a lot of suggestions that are outside the box, and you know, and probably work. It's just that if I wouldn't run it, then I don't want to recommend it. You know what I mean? Like I have to stand behind it, and just because it's creative isn't good enough for me to run it, you know? So sometimes you'll be like, hey, Tux, you running a striker build today? You ran a striker build yesterday. We're like, yeah, I got to have fun too. I got to, you know, I'm liking this build right now. You know what I mean? I'm liking this build right now. It's not going to run True Patriot just to do something fucking different if True Patriot's not going to kick ass. You know what I mean? For what I'm doing today. Or isn't going to be fun for me today. You know what I mean? That's the selfish side of it all, I guess. But the moral of the story is that besides I gotta have fun too and enjoy the builds too, it's that I'm not gonna recommend. I wouldn't really. I gotta have the ability to recommend it, I guess is the best way to say it.
Identified. Suggested use.
I mean, I have some pretty crazy fucking builds out there back in the day, you know what I mean? And a lot of that was like, and some of that, but not all of it, but some of it was because, I mean, the game was dead. I mean, we weren't getting any new content. We were playing, I mean, it was like, what was it, like 3 seasons of a row of recycled content? And so it was like, there was nothing to do but play the same recycled content. Let's use this really fun build and, you know, try to apply every possible status effect on the enemies. Every single one. You know, remember those builds? And it was fun. They worked. Definitely not an optimal way to play, right? You know, now we got modifiers. And that's giving us something to do. It's nice, right? It's a different way. It's the same concept. It's like experimenting. It's tinkering. It's a little more streamlined way of doing it, too. Because you can take a classic build and have a different experience with it. That's pretty cool. That's nice for somebody like me, especially who's been playing this game forever. You know, I like that spin. It's simple. It's not like, it's not actual new content. I get that, but it feels like it. You know, gives me hours of gameplay. It doesn't solve the whole, you know, 4-month season thing. That's kind of shitty, you know, 4-month seasons. But at the same time, if you got a really good set of modifiers and you're enjoying them and you got a couple of really kick-ass builds and a good crew to run with and lots to talk about, good streaming, you know what I mean, then yeah, that 4 months isn't so bad because it gives you more time with these really cool modifiers, which I am liking right now. But that last month, man, it drags. It drags. Oh, that fire sucks. Let's see where that fire came from. Yeah, I like to pimp my builds and stuff like that. Like, I like doing that, you know. Yeah, we ran that build the other day, Dr. Funky. The Pestilence with ongoing directive felt pretty good. If you haven't tried that, which isn't anything new, but with the modifiers, it's pretty cool. So we got the castle unlocked now. I don't remember the castle being in this part of the series. Do you guys? Or is this gonna happen in 2 segments? Like it gets destroyed eventually? I guess let's head over there and find out. But we have this mission now. And then we're gonna have more stuff here, right? Let me go over here first and see if we can close this up. Oh, it's still dead there now? Okay. It's Aftermath. Yeah, you remember those incoming repair builds? Some of those builds don't work for me anymore. Somebody made a really good post on one of the videos the other day. They were like, all you, it was funny. But it was like, all you, what did he say? You know, meta fiends, basically people that only run meta red builds, you know, complaining about not having enough damage in the game. And then they give us modifiers, which is basically unfiltered, crazy high damage. And you're not fucking playing them. You know what I mean? The same people that were griping that they wanted more damage and only run meta because, you know, you need all the damage you can get and aren't willing to play any other way. And then they give us crazy unfiltered damage and then they're not. And these are usually the same people that are saying, oh, I'm not going to do modifiers. They're trash. Modifiers are trash, you know? They make the game easy.
It's good to see you.
Kinda. They can. Or they can make the game really hard. That just like anything, I feel like it comes down to the squad that you're running with. I mean, if you got a good squad that knows how to exploit those modifiers, fuck yeah, you can make that mission easy. But even with modifiers, you fail. But I would say generally, yeah, it makes the legendaries a little easier. But we've been looking for that power, and here it is. That's the point. And it doesn't make the game easier. Key letters in that. You know what I mean? Potentially, if you master them, right? Not a guarantee though. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's an excellent thing because the game has always been difficult and it's still difficult. It's still fucking hard, you know? Oh, I can solo, you know. We, who, you and the rest of your elitist friends? Is that who we are? You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, we get it. So let's go. We gotta actually go in there, right? To unlock something, but I'm gonna skip that. I don't remember if we have to actually do that. So I'm gonna skip it for now. But let me go over here, and because I'm gonna do this at every check. Oh yeah, so we did unlock this one too. So we got Kelso down here. I'm gonna check in here to just keep pace with my skills. Yeah, the all red, only way to play a crowd. But don't you think that crowd should be embracing the modifiers? I mean, like, you're looking for power, there it is, buddy. You know? It's just an additional element for your build. That's all it is. You don't need to be afraid of it. And with it comes situational damage. Situation, all of them, there's a situation tied to the damage. It's not just there. You know what I mean? You got to build momentum. You got to do momentum decays. It's an evolved way to play, right? Game evolves. But like on a more serious note, you know, I can't help but to think it's just like, well, you're either going to get on board or what? Get out of town. Get out of the game. I mean, because you're slowly fading into irrelevance, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the game is just going to feel more and more detached, repetitive. Nothing's going to change for sure. I think they're all counting on the DLC doing something magical, to be honest with you. I think that's what they're holding out for. I'm talking about the people that are just still to this day have decided they are not going to play with modifiers. You know, I hate modifiers. I tried them. They suck. You know, I still to this day, the people that are still saying that, it's like, I think my guess is that they're waiting for the DLC and they think the DLC is going to do something magical, you know? And it will buy them. What do you guys think? You know, 12 hours of content, maybe 8 hours, probably. Well, I don't know. We'll be lucky. I mean, 8, like if you listen to all the storyline, stuff like that, be lucky to get 8 hours out of that. Replayability, I hope, right? I do hope we get some good replayable map going on there. But right now, New York sucks. I hate going there. I hate the factions. It looks like it's gonna be cleaners, which aren't bad. I don't mind the cleaners. The Rikers are irritating. Thanks for subbing, Frank. Yeah, I never want to run slow again, Funk. I'm with you too. Feels bad when you're running slow, huh? Let me in, I'm here. What's the deal? I gotta kill these dudes. Am I going in the wrong entry? Probably what it is. Tank? St. Elmo's? Oh, yeah, unfortunately, it's just going to be... countdown under... Make sure you set your targeted loot to assault rifles. And then if you don't get it, make sure you do it under challenging, by the way. So I'm sure you go through it. Get it. Use the credits you get at the end from extracting successfully at the vendor, the countdown vendor. This is creepy. Yeah, if you have it on assault rifles, you know, as far as natural drops, what's your competition there? I guess you have the Strega now too, so you can be competing with that a little bit. The Chameleon is your other competition. Chameleon's really good right now, actually. Really good. So if you get that, nice. What am I doing here? Still lit up. Speak with it, Lonnie, alright? Where you at, Lonnie? You got an office space here? fuck Alani. Oh, there's this. She's in the basement.
Mortar attack. Chemical. 7 survivors. Yes, ma'am. 7 total. The sheriff just came in.
All right, mission completed. So now we got the castle. And then the space admin. And we got this. Is this unlocked? Looks like it is, but that's level 15. We're not there yet. And you could die just jogging through that. What level am I at right now? 8. Ugh. Getting weird weapon drops, I feel like. Not very helpful. Do you think it's weird that all we've gotten is shotguns and basically shotguns and assault rifles? I feel like is mostly what we got. Okay, where am I going here? No, this way. So look at this mission. It's an SHD mission, but you don't get, you get tech. You don't get the skill thing. I think that's weird. So I'm gonna save that one. See if I can not complete it, but let's go get the safe house. Do I need to check the clan vendor? I think she gave me a Dark Zone assignment. Oh yeah, but good point. I see what you mean. The vendor, not the clan person. The manhole. I got your joke. For Alani. You gotta think twice before you sign up for a video game voiceover, huh? You'll be the butt of a lot of jokes. Yeah, you are. Let me clean up my projects here. I don't want to track that. All right. Now we got this one.
According to Kelso, chemical attack against the castle. Not exactly a surprise considering the area.
The Manhole. It should be the name of a bar. Where?
True Sons derailed a train near your location. They've been taking it clean ever since. There's a Shade Tech cache on board. Seems like the True Sons
Yeah, we're not gonna
found
do
it.
that. Shit, dead end. Go over.
Hostile broadcast picked up.
It's a long jog. I hate this. Got a lazy agent. All right, enemy level 12. Let's do it.
We need to prevent True Sons from using the Metro to transport.
We're level 8. All right.
Start by disabling
A little ahead of the game here. That's a little bit of a stretch. Just shot down my fucking drone. The old honey badger. We gotta whip out the Savage Wolverine. That should be a pretty good gun right now, since everything's tailored to run and gun. That one's that's perfect close and personal on it. Pretty good gun. Its reload sucks, but with the modifiers giving us an enhanced reload, that'll hopefully not be an issue. Oh, you know what? They buffed all the reloads. I wonder how much they buffed that one. The Honey Badger variant. It was a bad reload. Two seconds here. Just on the higher end still.
Scanning. Operational train details.
Agent, find a way to put that train out of commission.
I got a good way to do it.
They have eyes on Wilson. Outside near the main entrance to the mall. We need to terminate this son of a bitch. There's no direct route from your position. So you'll have to divert to the hotel and into the mall.
There's a lot of special ammo through the campaign. You can really maintain some pretty decent damage by picking it all up.
Hostile radio intercepted.
Get the munitions. Got us a true coordinates. Negative.
That wasn't very much special ammo. Keep getting SVDs, but no traditional bolt actions. That's what I'm waiting for. As soon as they give that to me, as soon as it's in my hands. Game over. The elevator's a farce.
These are probably the fuckers who attacked the castle.
I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know where I am right now. Everything's pretty messed up. I think you guys might have left already. I know I went off on my own for a bit, but I've lost everything. I don't know where any of my stuff is. All I have is my phone. I've got no idea how I'm going to get back. Literally, I have no idea where I am. I'm just going to keep walking.
The power balance feels like about where we're at in the game right now. The spread I'm playing right now. Time to kill wise.
I'd kill for some kind of aspirin right now. This is such a bad area. Oh, shit.
I know, isn't that crazy, Invoke? Have you seen that new simulator game that's out? It's got a weird name. In Troy or something like that. How do you say this game? Enzoy. How do you say this game? Enzoy. Enzoy? It's funny. Watch a little bit of its gameplay. It looks boring, to be honest with you. I don't have fun with those skins personally. I like elements from those concepts built into action games, but I can't sim it up too much. I mean, you can go potty, you can take a bath, right? You cook. You got a fucking cat.
Literally, I have no idea where I am. I need to stay on the phone.
Oh, fuck that guy. He's got some seriously good launches, man. He's always landing his shots, this dude. Yeah, that won't be a game I'm recommending. Little drones putting in work at the stage. Super helpful, man. Probably the most helpful tool we have. Allows you to stay in cover. Glad there's convenient ammo stations everywhere. What up, Yammy? There it is, folks. We just got the model. Yep. Alright, game over. Yeah. It's got a slow reload, but it's gonna be a beast. What level is it? 8 against 12 enemies, but we'll do alright. Let's see if we can one-tap him. This configuration. Nope, that's too bad. Never mind. We're out of our league. How did my drone end up on the fucking floor? Goddamn, it's moving? And where's my... Yeah, get out there and kill something, turret.
Don't let Wilson get away.
Oh my god, it's gonna take an hour to reload that thing. I was wearing a foam pack.
Great work. Wilson's unit is out of action, and you've crippled True Sun's chemical warfare efforts. Also, Kelso just reported in to confirm the survivors from the castle settlement have safely reached the rooftop settlement. There's no one doing what happened to them, but at least you've made sure it won't happen to anyone else. Agent, you ready for another...
Yeah, I mean, you don't really... Romy, I think I get your question, but just to make sure I'm clear. You don't really farm legendary per se. I mean, some people do, but farming heroic is more optimal. But I get what you're saying. If you want to make a build that's optimized for legendary, I would do it all in countdown. There's no secret to it. Countdown on. I'd actually farm countdown on challenging.
Entering contaminated area. Exiting contaminated area.
But resources is what you're talking about, which is a separate issue. But to get the gear you're looking for, at the level you're looking for, challenging at countdown would give you the same loot as heroic on countdown. Challenging in countdown gives you heroic level loot. And yeah, so that's the best way to get the gear. Now for resources, depending on where you are in the game, but you probably need to yeah, I mean, legendary, you're getting 2-shot in heroic too, though, right? It's hard. Legendary is hard. Yeah, it's hard. I get it. And to tell you the truth, 1 or 2% on a piece of gear isn't really going to be what it is. It's probably more of a damage and weapon style that'll work for the content that you're looking to play until you get really comfortable with it, you know. I'd probably run an assault rifle rifle combination, like something like the St. Elmo's, or if you have the Lexington or a FAMAS, something like that as your primary weapon. And then as your secondary weapon, I'd run a really good rifle, strong rifle. What do we got? The Baker's Dozen. What other rifle would I recommend at this stage for a new player? Newish player, not new, but somebody transitioning. You're probably good with the M1A Classic, though. I mean, that thing's gonna hit hard. Just want to make sure you land a headshot. Yeah, well, there's the deal with the Chameleon, is that it's actually more like an SMG, and SMGs are hard in Legendary because you got to get up there, and they love to play deep. They love to play deep. The Chameleon's got an optimal range issue, so you just have to balance that out. So, but it's a great weapon, but you got to tailor your playstyle to it, you know? So you're going to want to play inside 25 with the Chameleon. I mean, inside 20, probably inside 15 to get the most out of it. 15 meters. And so I would probably run to get started until you get comfortable with Legendary. Run a 4-piece Negotiator's Dilemma with the Negotiator's backpack. Put Palisades on your chest piece. Run Obliterate there. Put crits everywhere. Assault rifle wise, I'm not on my main character, so I can't show you anything. You can get away with the Chameleon, and that distance thing is fine. It works. You just got to make sure you stay in that distance. Otherwise, you're not getting anything out of it. And if that's the case, switch over to the St. Elmo's. I mean, the sky's the limit there, but that'll help. And then don't run any more than 1.1 million armor to get going. You know, that'll be a good, because you need your damage to be there. When you get pressed, you need to make sure you have the action to take that guy down. So you need to make sure you don't overdo it on your survivability until you got the skills to match it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But like high survivability builds almost require a little bit more skill, in my opinion, because you got to play into that level of defense. But if you're playing back, if you're playing, you know, I'm holding down the zone, I'm playing in cover, and you're running it with a lot of armor, then you're going to get overrun. You're not going to be able to hold down your zone. You need that damage to do it. And your armor is your cover. So protect your armor, protect your cover. So it's a 4-piece negotiators is a really good build. I mean, really good build. You can do the same thing with striker, but to help with your situation, negotiators help clear that room faster. Yeah, okay. You're only, yeah, I would say run to St. Elmo's to get started. If you have it, that's great. You know, if you have the St. Elmo's, I would do that. The Chameleon is an awesome gun, right, Tank? It's just that it requires you to play like it's an SMG, and that's hard in Legendary. Okay, but here's the deal. At level 60, bro, there's no hurry to go play Legendary. You're only level 60, man. Like, that's hard stuff, man. I mean, I love the challenge too. I love the challenge, and do it if you want to. I'm not gonna hold you back, but my advice is, man, just like get there, you know? Get your gear leveled up by playing Heroic. Heroic is hard. You don't need to play Legendary. Legendary is not going to give you better gear. It gives you a slightly better chance, but the time it takes you to clear Legendary content, you could get twice as much better gear by clearing Heroic content. Yeah, I get it. You want the big horn. I mean, best is to go in there with the group then, but you're talking 8 hours plus of grinding that, by the way. Okay. Like, you can spend all fucking day on that floor 10. Anybody who's saying go farm floor 10, go get your big horn. If they're promoting floor 10 as a farming method, I hope they disclose how long it can take and usually takes to get that big horn. That is not a fast farm. Anybody would disagree with that? Please speak up from your experience. Yes, you can get lucky with RNG and get it in the first 1 second, right? But man, over the last week, we had several people going in there. Somebody must have posted a video about farming floor 10. They must have, because a couple of people on the same day, we had 3 people saying they were doing the summit floor 10. And it's just like, and they were all saying like, oh, 8 hours. I've been in here for 8 hours and so I haven't gotten it. So that's crazy, man. Playing the same fucking mission for 8 hours is nuts, bro. I wouldn't do it. But hey, I'm silly. Plus, to be honest with you, Romy, you're probably going to find you don't like that weapon. You know? I'm going to throw a number out there. I'm completely making it up, but just filling out the community and what I know about that weapon. And as many people as I interact with, like 6 out of 10 people don't like that weapon or would prefer running a different weapon than that one. It is basically a 100% headshot assault rifle weapon. You have to land your headshots in order to build the stacks. You have to land headshots in order to maintain the stacks. And you have to land headshots in order to make use of the stacks. So going for body shots, you're losing any advantage of that weapon. So in order for the build to work, it's got to be very strong to get going with in case you accidentally land a body shot, which is obviously going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's a very unstable weapon. So then you're gonna have to include some weapon handling on it and whatnot. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. You know, for assault rifles, maybe I'd be lucky if it's on my top 10 list though. And so I guess what I'm saying is don't break your back for it. I wouldn't break my back for it. Like, And I want everything too. I want everything too, but it's gonna eventually come. You're gonna play legendary missions and somebody's gonna drop it or you're gonna get it. You know. But do it, you know, farm floor 10. I'm not gonna stop you. Just saying that's just my perspective. One guy's perspective to another, you know. I hear you guys. 8 hours is nothing, some people are saying. Yeah, I'm starting fresh defeat. Yeah, I'm for guide videos. So for new guide videos, I need to refresh them for everybody that's looking to get into the DLC. So that's what we're working on today. Yeah, 4-piece negotiators. Put on 2 blue cores, 4 red cores. And then run gunner, so you have the armor on kill. This not. So these 4 are going to come from the other, I believe, this dude over here, which are, we could go and lock, but it's risky. You could die on your way over there. And that's sad. Oh, right on, Romy. Well, I'm making a new guide too, man. So look forward to this one next week. Hopefully it'll give you something, some new insights. I would put the chest piece as Palisades, Romy, which is probably going to be your hardest piece to find. So Negotiator's mask. Wait, let me see. Negotiator's backpack, Negotiator's gloves, Negotiator's knees, Negotiator's mask. Yes, Negotiator's mask. Okay. And then this is the perfect build, but it's achievable, okay? Palisades chest piece, crits, with crits, and then obliterate. And that's gonna come with an armor core, and that's okay. So there's 1 armor core. It's the holster you wanna run your exotic on. The exotic you want the holster to be is the Centurion Scabbard holster. It is badass. Okay, it's badass. That's a Centurion Scabbard holster. It's gonna give you 20% RPM. That's straight up DPS right there, baby. And then it's gonna give you 20% weapon damage, more DPS power. So that's a really good weapon. Exotic holster. Now the catch to it is if you're running the chameleon, or the catch to it is what weapon you have and its talent, because you don't want to rotate weapons when you're building stacks on something. And so, or you could just not give a fuck and take the DPS, which is what I tend to do if that ends up being the situation. But my point is, if you're running the St. Elmo's, you know how you have to get a bunch of stacks before you get your shock ammo? Well, if you rotate weapons to get your damage buff, then you're going to lose your progress. So you could either wait to do your rotations until you've earned your shock, and then that's a great time to rotate, or not give a fuck and just take that big burst of DPS whenever the hell you want to. But if you want to eat your cake, and if you want your cake too, then you don't want to run the St. Elmo's. You don't want to run the Chameleon. You want to run any other good assault rifle of your choice, and put a damage talent that you're not going to lose when you rotate weapons. Something like Strained, something like Optimist, something like Measured. Any of those are good options. Even Flatline if you're going to run the Pulse, something like that. But I don't want to hurt your head too much with all these variables. But that holster is really good. Even if you lose your stacks, I would rather have the holster damage than the shock ammo, to be honest with you. And then Does that mean the St. Elmo's is a waste? No, because it comes with that extra big mag and nice mods. It's still a good assault rifle, even if you're not always getting your shock ammo. Yeah. So 4 pieces negotiators, definitely the backpack. And then Palisades on the chest, Obliterate on the talent, crits on the chest, armor okay on the chest, and then Centurion scabbard holster. If you want me to give you a recommendation on the 2 weapons you would run, St. Elmo's aside, try running just like the police M4. I think you'll like that one, or the carbine. One of those 2 weapons. They're middle of the road. They handle great. For a new player, that's what you need. You need to land your shots, and they have good enough damage. And they come with a complete set of mods. And then for talent, on that one, run Obliterate. I'm sorry, not Obliterate. What am I thinking of? What's the one? Optimist. Sorry, Optimist. Optimist. The reason why is because you're going to rotate weapons. And then on the other weapon, run the Pestilence if you have it. An LMG on the other weapon will be great. An LMG. So if you have the Pestilence, run it. The FAMAS is also great too, but it's a little harder to handle, Firebird, right? And so it's not that handling's a big deal for newer players, I think. And he doesn't have his watch unlocked yet. If you don't have the Pestilence, the GR, is it the GR6? Is that what we call it? The GR6? Maybe the GR9? Oh, here's the St. Elmo's. Yeah. Let's see here. So the Iron Lung is also good. So there's one. These are the guns you can run as your second. Any of these will work, okay? Any of these will work. Blue Screen, Bullet King, Iron Lung. The Born Great is amazing. That's a great assault rifle. A very, very good assault rifle. I really like the First Sight, but that one's a little bit different. Don't use that. Shield Splinter, you probably don't have that. But this is the F2000. So the F2000 is one. F2000. And then the GR9. Yeah, this is the GR9. So the GR9 is a really good LMG. Easy to use. Huge mag. So that's a good one there. And then we could probably just call it a day right there. That's enough. The Pestilence would be my preferred if you have it. That's what I would take. And that's a really solid build. It'll work for Legendary Solo, Legendary Group. What was I doing here? Got my bench, I guess. Perks. I think that's all we were doing. It's just this. Staff. Okay. So we did that. Yeah, Pestilence is sick, man. One of the best guns in the game. Yeah, you bet, Romy. That being said, I think it's getting too late for me here, guys. So that's a good place. Because I think we're basically halfway through, aren't we? A little less, because there's some big missions we got to do. Did this one unlock? But I'm trying to think here what my next step would be, because this isn't a mission that gives us SHD. Oh, let's head here first. 9 a.m. The hell are you? Charles, where are you, Charles? That's in the same spot I'm from. fast travel that accurately. Oh, he's right here. Okay. Recruit Charles.
Name's Charles Douglas. I've supervised the shooting range they've set up in the basement of the White House.
Oh, right on.
Forward to working with you, mate.
Shooting range. Got it. He had a fancy accent, didn't he? Mission giver. Side mission available. What's giving the side mission? I don't want to do that. I'm just unlocking all the side missions. Damn it. Not that one. Does the store take us outside? I can't remember. Looks like it, yeah. It's a back door. So did we get everything here? Yeah, it looks like it. So I think we're headed to level 15. That's I think our next move, unless we want to start doing side missions and shit. So this is a pivotal point, I guess is my point, right? Because that's a serious gap, level 9 to 15. It doesn't sound that big of a deal, but let's go over there and figure it out. Watch, I think I've done this before. So this is that point where you're gonna have to start leveling up. But let's go see real quick. See if we can work it out. Oh, you're gonna make me go this way to the campus? It's weird. Yeah, we'll figure this out first. Dubai. Oh, wow. Amazing. I don't think I've had anybody say they were from Dubai in this stream. Not that I can recall. I feel like I remember a lot of places. We've had Romanians, Armenians. We've had people from Singapore. What do you call those? Singaporeans? New Zealand, Australia, of course. But just about most of South America. Central America, at least the big ones. Mexico, Yami, right on. We get a few Mexicans, right on.
Civilians in distress.
Guess it depends on when I'm streaming, huh? Where are you in Mexico, Yami? See that? See what just happened? Basically two-shot, man. I mean, and that was for some street dudes right there. So we can get here. We can, I mean, you know, I could play smarter, get there, maybe even lock the decoy or something to get there. But to take on anything here is crazy. We wouldn't last. We wouldn't last. Maybe if I had a good sniper and I could play from cover, but man, they just slaughtered me. It was nothing. Those were street dudes. So I think we'd have to get within 3. That sucks, right? To get within three levels of 15, so we'd have to push to 12, and we're at 8, 4 levels. I mean, I think because we've already done the missions. Yeah, because I can't fast roll over here. So what level was this? I don't remember what it said anymore. I think it's at 12, didn't it? No, 15. 15, there it is. Okay, so level 15, and I'm level 9. So we'd have to go up at least 3 levels to enter that zone, which isn't that bad. Okay, so I bet if we did this Space HQ, maybe some of these big ones that give us big chunks. I mean, it gives us our XP right there, so that's 12,000. 12,000, they're all 12,000 because they're scaling with us. What about this one down here? 70,000. All right, so that one's worth doing. That one's probably the one we're missing. I bet if we do that one, we get a couple of... What's the level costing us nowadays here? 40,000, yeah, so almost 2 levels. So we'll definitely hit 10, and then we'll probably cross over to 11. And then we would just need 1 more level, and we could probably take on that content. All right, so that's good to know. So that's our order. Because what I'm trying to do is not doing these side missions and see how far we can get. All right, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Have a good night. I'll catch you a little bit later. Let's keep the ball rolling.